What is up, guys? Team Movement here, and we got the top 8 deck profile for
Victor Nova Grappler.
It was top 8, right? Or was it top 4?
It was top 8. I got knocked out of top 8, but it's fun. Alright, so you know Nova Grapplers are, you stand up everything, yada yada yada. The Cardfight Vanguard is Rumble, purely because the deck is pretty counterblast heavy, and if you're not running what's his name, Claydol Mechanic, you don't get free unflips. Granted, it's pretty easy to manage a counterblast, but purely because if you put Rumble behind Sazanda or really anything, he's just there all the time, and if he's not destroyed or retired early, it's just free. So yeah, grade 3s, sort out, for Victor, just because Victor's just that good.
He's scary.
He's counterblast 1, stride bonus. When you swing, stand up a rear guard, give it 5k. With Sazanda, that's already a 19 because Sazanda gives himself 5k. His GB2, when you swing, you gain 5k yourself and you get the same skill you do as the stride bonus. Stand up rear guard, give it 5k. Really good, doesn't cost too much, it's not that bad. On to the next one. I only play 7 grade 3s in this deck purely because you don't really need it, and somehow I always manage to get mine. A lot of people don't like this guy, but he's pretty, once we get more rush cards, it'll be better, but I play 3 Dan Shark purely because there's really no other good grade.
I thought you would play the common guy from the set.
You can play that Skull dude, but usually you're not wanting to go first. You can, but if you don't get good hands to rush early game, it doesn't really make a difference. Dan Shark is pretty good. He's got the same skill as Tri-Brute, except he has to hit. When he's on the rear guard, when this card stands up and hits, counterblast 1, retire one of your opponent's units that has less power than Dan Shark. Not bad. His on-ride skill, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, look at the top 5 for anything with rush. Overall, not a bad card. Once we get more rush cards and more support for Novas, it'll be a lot better.
Alright.
On to grade 2s. You don't really see a lot of this guy anymore. I only played 2 of it, but early game he's really good because it's a free intercept and you never know when you get stand trigger. Street Bouncer,
I usually see him in more Cat Butler builds.
Well, Cat Butler's not really popular right now because,
too slow.
It's not only that, he doesn't really synergize well with GB decks. Granted, if it goes off, you can win, but whatever. Right now we're in the GB era. Street Bouncer, really good early game. You rest both units when you play him in the same column, you draw a card. Not bad. It's a free card and an intercept. You can't go wrong with it. Next, I play, 4? Extreme Battle of Arboro. The guy is the Glimmer Breath clone for this deck. He's really good.
Surprised he was a rare, because most of them are double.
Yeah, I agree. Most of them are doubles, but it's really not that bad.
And then it made the deck cheaper.
Yeah, that's true. The deck is pretty
budget friendly.
It's you can blast 1, soul blast 1. He becomes 11k for that turn, and then when you choose a rear guard, and then when this unit attacks, you stand the rear guard and give it 5k. Like I said, Sazanda synergized is so good. Sazanda's just gonna be getting bigger and bigger. It's really good. I play 1, 2, 3 Cool Hank. Cool Hank is always good. Sometimes you don't have a booster, which is why you have Arboro, but when you do have a booster, it's really funny to see your opponent be like, yeah, I got rid of your Sazanda, but then you have 1 of him, 2 of him, and it's alright, you can go, or even you have 2 Sazanda on the field at the same time, and you're on GB2, and you go into Victor, you swing, Victor stands them both up, swing, it's just madness. It's a really good card.
I need the new Alakazam stuff.
And then a lot of people don't agree with this, but I only play 3 Sazanda. I'll tell you why later. Sazanda is not always going to be there for you because there's cards in the meta, right? Belog, GB1, when this unit, when you attack, you can use Belog from Kagero if they attack the Vanguard, and then Sazanda's
also
dead.
the Eradicator when he intercepts.
It's true. There's a lot of ways to get rid of Sazanda, so it's not, he's very good. When he goes off and your opponent isn't ready to get rid of him, it's pretty much game. But overall, he's really good. The errata, it says here until the end of battle, it got errated to the end of turn, which makes him way better than we thought he was going to be. Let's see. On to grade 1. I play 4 G Perfect Guards, Lady Cyclone. Like I said, this deck is pretty counterblast heavy, and if you're not using Red Lightning, the crit trigger, or
Claydol Mechanic,
you need waste on flip. I personally always forget that she unflips, and I misplay a lot, but it's really good. Some people do like to play, I forgot the new one, the newer G Perfect card that says when this unit is on the, I think it's when it's placed on the field. You have one? I don't know what it does, but I know he gives something 10k and you guard with it. It's not bad. And it's from the field.
Here it is.
There you go. Headstrong Battle. That's such a stupid. He's really good. When this unit is placed on the rear guard, or the guardian serve actually, when you guard with them, you can counterblast one and choose one of your own rear guards to be able to use as an intercept or something like that. And you can go bam 10k if it's already 5k, it's a 50k intercept. Not bad.
It's pretty much counterblast one for an extra 10k.
Like I said, it is counterblast heavy in Novas right now without Claydol Mechanic, so overall you don't really need it, especially if you're trying to go off, but it's a good card. Here's the reason why I do not play Forces End. I play Kumar the Destroyer. I don't know why they named it Kumar. It's Kuma, Japanese Kumar. Kuma means bear, whatever. He's pretty much the same as Zanda, except he has to be attacking the Vanguard to get the 5k. But he's rush, so him behind, pretty much anything behind him, he's going to be the same as Zanda, 2k less. It's really strong. People don't expect it, especially when you get, a Cool Hank or an Arboreal. It's pretty funny. The bear gonna beat people's ass. I play 1, 2, 3 Strike Fighters.
Surprised not 4. A lot of people want to make sure.
I only want to play 4 if I can get a 4th sign one, but they're really hard to find. But I never really have a problem going off or stride, and even if I do, I always have Victor's GB2 skill. It's pretty funny. Same thing. Discard this as a grade, you can become a grade 3, or you place it on the rear guard, reveal a grade 3, search for a grade 3. Say you have Dan Shark in hand, but you want Victor, there you go. And then I play one of the best, I think this is honestly one of the best cards in the deck, if not the best. Discounting Zanda, this guy is just nuts. Whenever you have something in the same column as this, as long as you have a Victor Vanguard, when it stands up and attacks, you get 4k to 2 rear guards. It doesn't specify. Actually, it's 2 units, so it doesn't really specify. You can give 2 to the Vanguard, or 4k to the Vanguard, and it's nuts.
He's really good, yeah.
As long as something is standing and attacking, it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's just dumb. And it's free. It doesn't cost a damn thing.
I can't wait for G Guardians.
Yeah, G Guardians can change everything. Now, here's something that I really like. A lot of people like the new stand trigger, Perfect Referee 2.99. It's 3k power.
But it has the rush ability. It gives a unit the rush ability.
It does have the rush ability. And it's whenever something stands, it gives it 5k. It's really good to stand up. But there's nothing like dropping 2 of these girls and watching your opponent start freaking out, because this girl is just great. As long as you swing, when this card is in the column and you swing and boost, you put it at the end of the battle, you put this back to the top of the deck and shuffle, and you stand up a rear guard. This along with Zanda is hilarious, because Zanda's already going to be big, right? And after you've used the Vanguard abilities and your rear guards, as long as you're boosting with something, it's just hilarious. I've had Zanda's done for like 64, 74 with a crit. It's just funny as hell. Really good stand trigger. I play 1, 2, 3 draw triggers. Draw triggers are honestly the weakest trigger in the game right now, because you can get a draw trigger, It's not that great, but this, like I said, this deck is counterless heavy and it's in need of draw power. And there's not a lot of it for Novas because it's a rush deck. Draw triggers are probably the only way you get any sort of hand, because there's no draw power in this deck overall, but I only play 3 because it's not really necessary. Honestly, as long as you get at least 1 during the game with a damage zone or a drive check, you're good. Going on to next triggers, I play 1, 2, 3. Break Pass, I wanted to play 4, but my
I prefer Red Lightning.
Red Lightning is really good. So overall, it's 7 critical triggers. Red Lightning is just there because I don't
unflip.
It's unflip, and I neglected to play Claydol Mechanic because it's not really necessary. Break Pass is really strong on, say, I don't know, a Victor turn or a Victor Plasma turn, purely because you can boost with it and then put them in the store and draw a card. And say you drew a card and that was not the crit, then you get a crit and your opponent just, they lose. Really good. It's a 4K. It's even really good early game. Say you don't really need it, you can put it in the same column as a booster. Early game, you can put these in the same column and swing for 9, and your opponent just has to deal with it, and they can't swing it. And usually they're just going to want to get rid of them, so they waste an attack on the crit, and you don't really care, because early game, you don't really need to guard that much, and if you want to take damage, so you can go in on GB1 and just mess them up.
All right.
And, as per usual, 4 heal triggers. A lot of people seem to want to play less than 4 heal triggers these days. I don't know why, but G Guardian's coming out.
G Guardian, you need 4. You have to play 4.
Exactly. When G Guardian's coming out, you want to play 4 because you want to be able to G Guard when it's necessary. I play 2 different ones purely because they're both chicks, and we all like chicks.
I prefer the one from G1 personally.
I like that one too. On to strides. I want to be playing 4 Victoplasma when we get 16 strides available, but for now I just play 2 Vic-10. Vic-10 isn't all that great anymore, especially because we have Victor, but honestly he's just here for well, either that or say I get Great Stuck, which doesn't happen a lot. I don't know. My lineup is pretty weird, but I don't really Great Stuck much. He's here in case I don't want to go Victor or G-Assist, G-Assist, whatever. Next, I play 2 Victoplasma as of right now. So, Victoplasma is really strong late game. Your opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, or even if you're like...
He helps a lot in the Link Joker matchup.
In the Link Joker matchup, he's really good because say they lock both your columns, they just have to deal with it. Because they have the perfect guard usually because if they're playing Chaos Breaker or Messiah, they usually withdraw their cards. Victoplasma doesn't care if you have rear guard to stand up, he's going to swing at you twice. Overall, a really strong card. And then the best stride, I think right now, for Nova Grapplers is Victor. Victor's just really good. GB1, you flip him up, and if he hits, he's going to stand a unit plus 5k. Then you go
GB3 is the one that's more devastating.
Yeah, the GB3 is much better because as long as you're on stride on Victor, you're going to have 2 standing columns for just 1 counterblast. Really good.
You pretty much, everything restands. The whole board
and if he hits, it's just great.
What's your opinion on the one coming out in Fighters, Bustard?
Bustard is really good in
certain matchups.
In certain matchups, but I honestly, in my opinion, I think that he is amazing in Beast Deities. Beast Deities right now is probably the weaker of the Nova Grappler decks.
But I've seen him work really well in Blau.
He works really well in Blau too, but Blau has that the problem with going to grade 3. If your opponent doesn't stride, you can get in there, but if they do and they mess up your field, you kind of have to suffer. But Bustard is really good because he's generic. You don't need to have a specific card, and he does not flip himself. So in Beast Deities, you can go Catastrophe first, flip up a Bustard, and then second turn stride, you go into Bustard, and that's already 2. So you're going to stand up 2 rear guards. And
for Catastrophe, you have to flip a copy of himself face up because he only gets a scale. No?
Catastrophe is generic. You flip anything. That's why. That's why I think it's really good. But Bustard overall is really good. He says when this card attacks, you counterblast 1, and you stand 2. You stand
every unit for every face-up copy of himself in a G-Zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And if there's 2 face-up
copy of Buster.
Yes. And if there's 2 copies of him face-up in a G-Zone, and you have a full board, counterblast 1 again, and
Buster stands up with -2
discard 2, and then you lose 1 drive check.
No, -2 drive check.
-2 drive check.
That's about on par with Spectral Blaster Diablo.
Yeah.
But Spectral Blaster Diablo doesn't come with the bonus of standing rear guards.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you have 5 open rear guards, or full field and 5 open counterblasts for Bustard, you're gonna really mess somebody up because you're gonna have 2 rear guards, they're gonna swing, Buster's gonna swing, they're gonna stand, Buster's gonna stand, they're gonna swing.
Sometimes your opponent has to take the first damage, and a triple drive is more devastating to hit the crit than a twin drive.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys were playing Beast Deities back in the day during the Link Joker era, we had Ethics Buster Reverse. There was a combo called Infinite Hell, which was basically 8 attacks. Buster can pull it off as long as you have 5 open counterblast, which isn't too hard if you're playing the crit trigger, redlining, and Claydol Mechanic. You can have 5 open counterblast and just go in, and it's really hard to survive, just because it's 2 Vanguard attacks and 6 rear guard attacks, and they're really big. So Xanda's gonna get in there. But yeah, guys, that's my Victor.
What was your matchups during the Swiss?
Top for the ARG you recently had, my first was Blaster, Sanctuary Guard, Roy Paladins.
Eric?
No, I fought James.
Oh.
And then turn 2, I fought you. I fought Kagero. Then I fought Ezel Gold Paladins, and then after that, I believe it was, I don't remember, but I know I lost to Eric.
I know that was round 5. So
round 5 I lost to Eric. Oh, it was Devin. I lost to Shadow Paladins.
All right,
this doesn't do too well against Shadow Paladins because they have a stronger grade 2 game, because none of my stuff is early game except for...
Until we get Ship Breeze.
Him. But it wasn't too bad. I misplayed a few times. I could have won. But, you take it all in moderation, guys. That is my...
And then top 8 you lost to Kevin, right? To Link Joker?
I lost to Link Joker, but I also played Link Joker, so I was playing around it. He kept both my columns locked, so I couldn't do anything. But, you know, I think I
You did what you needed to do. I saw you kept hand like the whole game.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. People were like, why does Kevin have no hand? He's playing Chaos Break, and I had more hand. But, you know.
Alright guys, that's the Nova Grappler deck profile. Stay tuned for many more. Team Movement signing off.